Good day, class. So before we begin to our lessons, let us watch this video first.
Hey, so today we're going to be talking about The Velp by Ray Bradbury. So this story takes place in a futuristic world where technology has advanced to the point where houses can think for you. George and Lydia Hadley live in a happy life home that cooks and cleans for them and their two children, Wendy and Peter. But the coolest room in the house is the nursery, a virtual reality room that can transform itself into any environment that the children can imagine. But recently, George and Lydia have noticed that the nursery has been displaying a disturbing image, an African veldt with lions feeding on their prey. What's really creepy is that the lions seem to be getting more and more realistic, to the point where George and Lydia can feel the heat from their bodies and smell their fur and hear their distant roars. Of course, the kids, Wendy and Peter, deny that they've been obsessed with Africa and with lions, and they claim that they don't want to go to the nursery anymore. But something tells George that they're lying. And he's right, because when he sneaks into the veldt, he finds his family's belongings, torn and bloodied. At this point, George is convinced that the nursery is dangerous and that his children are in serious trouble. So he calls in psychologist David McLean to help him shut the nursery down. When McLean examines the children, he tells George and Lydia that they're right. The nursery is bad news. The kids are too dependent on it. They've replaced their parents with technology. And if they don't pull the plug, the children will become even more detached from reality. So finally, George and Lydia try to shut the house down, but Wendy and Peter throw a massive tantrum, which makes George feel guilty. And just to calm them down, he gives in and allows one last visit to the nursery. Once inside, however, Wendy and Peter lock their parents in the veldt with the lions. And as the lions surround and kill George and Lydia, David McLean arrives, but he doesn't realize what has happened. All he sees is the children calmly eating lunch in the nursery while the lions finish their meal in the distance. So what does this all mean? Well, I think that Bradbury was trying to warn us about the dangers of technology. The house in the story represents the growing trend of automation in our society. And the children's obsession with the nursery reflects our own dependency on technology. I also think that Bradbury was trying to make a statement about the importance of human relationships. The parents in the story are weak and ineffectual, and the children take advantage of them. This could be a commentary on the breakdown of traditional family structures.
So our topic today is the story of Belt by Ray Bradbury. The Belt is a science fiction story by Ray Bradbury. The story belonged to the science fiction genre because it presents advanced technology and futuristic ideas. Ray Bradbury used the story to warn readers about the possible negative effects of technology on people and society. So the story is about the Hadley family living in an automated house called the Happy Life Home. So the Hadley family lives in a futuristic house where machines do almost everything for them. So the house is designed to make life easier and more comfortable. The house performs tasks such as cooking, cleaning, and caring for the family. The Happy Life Home acts almost like a servant and parent because it handles daily chores automatically. Because of this, George, Lydia slowly feel less important in their own home. So the nursery is a virtual reality home that creates whatever the children imagine. So the nursery is the most advanced part of the house. So it can turn into realistic environment, sounds, smells, and animals. So whatever Peter and Wendy think about appears in the room. Peter and Wendy become too attached to the nursery. So the children spend most of their time inside the nursery and treat it as more important than their parents. So they become emotionally dependent on it and become angry whenever their parents try to control or close it. So the story shows how too much dependence on technology can affect family relationship and behavior because the family relies heavily on machines, communications, emotional connections. So the children become spoiled and disrespectful, while the parents lose authority and control. So it also teaches us the importance of parental guidance, communications, and responsible use of technology. So the story reminds us, readers, that technology should help families, not replacement. So the parents should guide their children properly, spend time with them, and make sure technology is used in a healthy and balanced way.
Now, I will be discussing the definition and important terms. So, the first one is the scientific fiction, and the second one is the virtual reality, and the third one is the automation, and lastly, the artificial intelligence. So, I will be discussing first the scientific fiction. So, scientific fiction is a genre that focuses on futuristic ideas and technology. So, meaning to say, scientific fiction is a type of story or genre that talks about advanced technology, space, travel, robots, time machine, or future worlds. So it uses imagination mixed with science's ideas. So scientific fiction is a genre that shows futuristic ideas and technology. So it helps people imagine what the future might look like. For example, of science fiction are stories about robots, aliens, or space travel. So the next one is the virtual reality. So the virtual reality, a computer generated world that feels real. So virtual reality or VR is a computer made environment that makes a person feel like they are inside another world. So by using special devices like VR headsets, virtual reality as a computer generated world that feels real, people can use VR headsets to experience games, places, or activities as if they are really there. So the next is the automation. So using machines or technology to do tasks automatically. So automation means machine or technology do work automatically without needing much human help. So it makes tasks faster and easier. So automation is the use of machine or technology perform tasks automatically. For example, factories use robots to build product quickly and efficiently. So the last is the artificial intelligence or AI. So artificial intelligence is a technology that imitates human thinking. So artificial intelligence or AI is a technology that can think, learn, and solve problems like humans. AI can recognize voices, answer questions, and make decisions. So artificial intelligence is a technology that imitates human thinking. So AI can learn information, answer questions, and help people in everyday life. So like voices, assistant, or smart applications.
Good day everyone, I am by Musrifa A. Daod, and now I will be discussing the examples and applications, analysis and interpretation of the story The Belt by Ray Bradbury. First, for the examples and applications, many children today spend too much time on gadgets and games. The story relates to real life because many children today spend too much time using gadgets, technology, and video games. So similar to the story, or similar to the children in the story, some kids becomes too dependent on technology for entertainment and comfort. Next, families spending less quality time together because of technology. Some parents and children may focus more on screen instead of communicating with each other. Yung iba nga kahit kumakain or nasa isang lamesa, hindi pa din nag-uusap kasi yung iba busy sa cellphones nila. And lastly, the technology can reduce family communication if overused. In the belt, the parents slowly lose connection and control over their children because the nursery becomes more important to them than their own family. Now, we will proceed to analysis and interpretation. First, the story warns people not to let technology control their lives. Ray Bradbury, or the writer, show us the possible danger of becoming too dependent on machines and technology. So, yung story is pinapakita niya sa atin kung ano yung possibilities or yung mga posibleng mangyari pag na-over-control tayo ng technology. Next, the nursery symbolizes the power of technology over emotions and behavior. It creates whatever the children wants or whatever the children imagine, but eventually it becomes dangerous because it replaces real human relations. And lastly, it teaches us the importance of family connection and guidance. So parents should reduce and balance technology usage and spend meaningful time with their children. So dun sa story, pinapakita doon na even yung pagkain or pagdigo is nakadepend na din sila sa technology. So nababawasan yung time nila together. So the story teaches us the importance of pakikipag-communicate or pakikipag-usap or pakikipag-bond natin together with our family. So that is all for my presentation. Thank you so much for listening.
So before we end this session, we will have a short quiz. So I will give you 5 minutes to do this quiz. So before we end this lesson, so what is the main lesson of the story? So thank you for your listening class.